Hello everybody, hope that you are good. Quick Bitcoin update for today. So far we're still inside this range. This is your high, this is your low. You can see the price comes to fill at least the 50% of this week. Sorry for the line, maybe this better. Then you see it got filled, then price bounces, sweep with the highs. Remember that there is always liquidity above the previous high and the previous low. Alright, because that's where the stop losses are going to be inside the range, okay? So with this little wick, they hit a lot of stop losses, sweep the highs, then go again to the bottom of range, sweep the lows. They are basically doing the same thing here. And now we are inside this range, all right? So now the question is, what can we expect? I'm going to tell you my opinion. Of course, it's not financial advice, but what I think is that, if you put together 1 and 1, that's 2, okay? What that means is that, you've had a lot of volatility here on Monday and on Tuesday. So you've had here, let me show you, what is my tool here, right? You've had here a 7.5% drop on Monday, and then on Tuesday you have a 8% pump. That's a lot of volatility, and you still have to think that next week we have CPI data and also FOMC meeting with the interest rate decision and of course the dot plot. So it's going to have a lot of volatility next week, okay? That's what I'm thinking, that if we've already had a lot of volatility at the start of the week, and next week we're expecting a lot of volatility too, the most likely scenario, in my opinion, is that we establish some kind of sideways move here, okay? Probably until next week. Then next week, depending on the news announcements and what they say, the market is going to react to it, all right? So that's what I'm thinking. I think that there is not going to be much volatility now until probably next week. I might be wrong. Well, that's my opinion at the moment, okay? That means that scalpers and day traders, we still are gonna see trading opportunities every day until then, but maybe swing traders have to wait a bit long, okay? That's what I'm thinking. Now, let's try to make sense of what it could happen today. So far, what I can see in the 4-hour time frame is that, if you check the candle bodies, you can see that we are really inside this, it's $100 range, so it's quite tight at the moment. The price action is quite tight. You can see a lot of wicks to downside, also to the upside, and that means that they are trying to build a position. So we are gonna try to go into lower time frame and see what they might be doing. All right, let's go into the 1-hour time frame. In the 1-hour time frame, not much going on, to be honest. I mean, I can see a wick here. Let me check it for you. This wick here, it hasn't been filled the 50%, okay? Because the 50% is really in this zone here. And you can see that they haven't hit it yet, all right? So they're leaving wicks behind. To be honest, for example, you can see this one here just got filled. This one is getting filled with this new candle, right? But you still have this one here that it hasn't got filled. That's at 26,200 zone, okay? So that's the first thing that I see. But to the upside, you have a wick here, okay? You have that wick, you have that wick, and of course, to me, the most important level here is that you got a liquidity pool here, okay? So let me mark it for you, the level. That's 26,820. And to the downside, let's try to find some liquidity pools. I would say that you have this one here, okay? And also you have this one here that it hasn't been retraced for you, okay? So let me mark those levels for you. So you can see at the right of the chart. Okay, so you got to the downside 26,074 and 26,149. And to the upside 26,820. So those are the zones that we can see in the chart. Now, what zone are they gonna move to? All right, so let's go into the 15 minutes time frame, lower time frame even, okay? I mean, what I can see here so far is that all the moves to the downside have been by very large candles. Check out this large candle, okay? Another large candle here, another large candle here. So that is telling me that the market maker is probably dumping price very aggressively to build some longs. That's what I'm thinking, that today I'm gonna favor higher prices. I think today we might see 26,820. That's what I want to say. And once you figure out, what level or what zone they're gonna move price to, you have to think what zone they can hit first to open a position, okay? So that's what I'm thinking, that maybe, I mean, the New York session is starting right now. If we see, you know, a stop hunt first towards this level here, hang on, I don't like the color orange, let me do it blue, please. That's the color of my liquidity pools, have to be blue. Let me get them. Come on, there you go, okay? That's better, isn't it? So what I'm thinking is that if they're gonna move price towards 26,820, now I have to think what zone they can move price to first, so I can open a position, okay? First thing, 1 hour time frame, 50 EMA. You can see that we are right below it. It's been testing a resistance for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in this zone, okay? That's a clear resistance at the moment. That's the main resistance right now. The 50 EMA in the 1 hour time frame. So if they pump price straight away, then the setup that you're looking for is this. Push, then hopefully you can see a retrace towards the 50 EMA in the 1 hour time frame. That's when you can open a long and target this zone here, this liquidity pool to the upside, okay? So that's one setup. That's kind of like the safe play, all right? Of course, you are going to lose some appreciation in price, but that's not a problem because you are, you know, longing at support in principle, all right? Now, if we see a drop first, okay, that we can open a position, in my opinion, that would be these two levels over here, okay, these two liquidity pools here. I would like to see a drop here first. I don't know if it's going to be towards this liquidity pool or to the next, but I mean, it's only like $100 difference, okay? One of these two liquidity pools at least, and then price hopefully bouncing hard towards 26,820. We're in Hablo Capital, and you can see that the liquidity, at least in the short term, is to the upside, okay? Check out this zone here between 28,200 and 28,000, okay? There is a lot of liquidity here, but also between 27,650 and 27,500. If you put together these two zones, that's a lot of liquidity, okay? So again, I don't know if we are gonna hit these zones this week. I'm thinking no, to be honest. I'm thinking that if there is a chance that we go towards this zone, it should be next week, because I'm not expecting much volatility this week, okay? I might be wrong with this, but that's what my gut instinct is telling me. What I still think is that, you know, we've seen a lot of volatility Monday and Tuesday. We're going to have a lot of volatility next week, so let the markets to cool off first before we move aggressively again, okay? So maybe these zones, if next week is, you know, quite bullish with news announcements and we see a pump, then these two zones are going to be your targets. Before I finish the video, I want to remind you that you can trade in BitGet. It's an exchange that doesn't require KYC. And if you register with the link in the description, you're going to get $5 bonus for free. Also, any deposits between $200 and $1,000 get 10% payback. So that means that if you, for example, deposit, let's say, $400, you're going to get $40 for free. All right, 10% payback. And also, well, if you deposit bigger amounts, you get bigger rewards, of course. And anybody that deposits at least $100 is going to participate in the next giveaways for the trading course for free. Last week, we did a giveaway of 10 winners for the trading course in July, and we'll do new ones soon. So that's pretty much everything I want to say, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.